before humans discovered the hidden power of insects, before science revealed their biological weapons and deadly strategies, there already existed a world where the smallest predators dominated with amazing efficiency. In the forests, meadows and rainforests across the planet, among leaves, flowers and tiny shelters, mantises, ants, dragonflies, wasps, and many other species hunt with speed, venom, traps, and a precision that rivals that of the largest predators on Earth. Welcome to Brutal Insects, Nature's Tiny Killers. Please give us a like and subscribe to the channel to give us more motivation to produce more quality content. Don't forget to comment your thoughts on the video below and let us know where you're watching this video from to discuss together. Let's begin. When the first rays of the sun pierce through the canopy, a hunter remains completely motionless on a branch. That is the praying mantis, one of the most efficient insect predators in the natural world. Its front legs, covered in sharp spines, function as traps, gripping the prey in just a split second. Its large eyes provide excellent stereoscopic vision, helping it precisely calculate distance before an attack. Its color and body shape allow it to blend almost completely with leaves, dry branches, or grass. However, this strategy also has limitations because it moves slowly and depends almost entirely on ambushes. If discovered, it can easily become prey for birds, lizards, or larger predators. It lives solitarily among bushes, meadows, and open forests, where every small corner can hide a hunting opportunity. A small grasshopper perches on a leaf without noticing the motionless predator watching from very close by. The mantis waits patiently until the prey enters the perfect distance. In a movement almost impossible to follow with the eye, it thrusts its front legs and snatches the victim. The sharp spines prevent any escape attempt as it begins to feed. The hunt ends in just an instant, thanks to the combination of camouflage, patience, and precision. Although it is a tiny predator, it plays an important role in controlling the populations of many insects. Among the dawn-lit vegetation, the mantis proves that in the insect world, patience, camouflage, and a perfectly calculated attack can be weapons more powerful than strength. While the mantis finishes its prey in a matter of seconds, another tiny killer chooses a much more terrifying strategy. That is the parasitoid wasp, an insect whose survival of the next generation depends on finding a living host. Its extraordinary sense of smell helps it detect tiny chemical signals emitted by larvae hidden in leaves, stems, or wood. In many species, the long ovipositor functions as an extremely precise tool, capable of reaching hosts hidden deep in hard-to-reach places. However, its entire reproductive strategy depends completely on the existence of a suitable host. It lives solitarily in forests and meadows, tirelessly searching vegetation for the next opportunity. After following an almost imperceptible trail, the wasp discovers a larva hidden within plant tissue. With absolute precision, it slowly inserts the ovipositor into the host's body. In just a few moments, it deposits one or several eggs and then quietly leaves. The larvae will then develop inside the host, using nutritional sources from that very body to complete their life cycle. This extraordinary life cycle has evolved over millions of years and constitutes one of the most specialized reproductive strategies in the insect world. Among forests and meadows, parasitoid wasps prove that survival does not always depend on strength, but also on extraordinary precision and extremely complex evolutionary adaptation. In the gloom of the forest floor, a collective force emerges that redefines the concept of absolute dominance and pack strategy. Army ants, scientifically known as Eciton burchellii, are the undisputed sovereign of perpetual movement in the deep jungle. Their true sovereignty resides in numbers, forming massive legions that integrate up to 2 million individuals into a single tactical unit. They operate with perfect biological synchrony, where each inhabitant performs a specific mission to ensure the stability and vigor of the clan. Soldier ants, equipped with powerful sickle-shaped jaws, act as guardians of the boundaries in every ground incursion. As they advance, the swarm deploys flanking tactics to surround and neutralize every biological energy source encountered on their mineral path. They are masters of natural engineering, building biological bridges with their own bodies to overcome obstacles a meter wide. However, their destiny is constant nomadism, as they lack a fixed mineral shelter to establish their permanent autonomy. This massive energy engine requires a constant supply of nutrients to avoid depleting their internal vigor in the plant density. Every day, the column travels considerable distances, transforming the architecture of the understory with its powerful and rhythmic biological presence. At night, they form a bivouac, an organic fortress of intertwined bodies that protects the heart of the group ecosystem and their future lineage. Army ants are the great regulator of the forest floor, a masterpiece of cooperation that guarantees the dynamic balance of the sanctuary. In the gloom of the damp leaf litter, a survivor from ancient eras that does not belong to the insect lineage waits. The giant centipede, known as Scolopendra gigantea, is a marvel of segmentation and biological design in the sanctuary. Its body structure consists of numerous specialized segments, each supporting a pair of agile limbs for navigation. On its front section, it possesses forcipules, modified limbs that act as ducts for a highly potent chemical compound. These precision tools allow it to neutralize the vigor of much larger organisms with supreme efficiency. It can move at a speed of 1 meter per second, an amazing tactical agility on the mineral layer of the forest floor. Its diet is extraordinarily diverse, managing biological resources such as lizards, toads, and small mammals with superior dexterity. It detects the vital pulse of its target through sensory antennas that constantly scan the rhythmic atmosphere of the understory. The chemical component in its defense disrupts the neurological stability of the nutrient source within a few seconds of contact. History records unique interactions where this inhabitant of the shadows has unexpectedly crossed paths with human civilization. In a documented event, a military personnel experienced an accidental biological encounter while resting in the jungle environment. The specimen reached the internal zone of the respiratory tract, activating a defensive response in the sensitive tissues of the throat. The resulting inflammatory reaction caused a total obstruction of the atmospheric airway, compromising the vitality of the internal system. This circumstance led to a critical interruption of oxygen flow, abruptly concluding the individual's cycle of existence. Despite its imposing reputation, the giant centipede is a fundamental regulator that guarantees the biological balance of the deep jungle. In the gloom of the understory, where humidity defines the pulse of the jungle, the sovereign of nature's most intense sensory stimuli resides. The bullet ant, scientifically known as Paraponera clavata, is a marvel of endurance and defensive power in the heart of the sanctuary. This majestic being possesses a robust and dark exoskeleton that functions as a high-strength biological armor against external pressures. Its true sovereignty resides in a massive stinger connected to glands that process a chemical compound of unparalleled power. Unlike other clans, its movement through vegetation is slow and calculated, prioritizing tactical precision over marching speed. It is an inhabitant that prefers solitary nutrient searching, managing small insects and nectar to sustain the vigor of its lineage. The social life of Paraponera clavata is organized into discrete colonies located at the base of thousand-year-old trees in the deep forest. The guardians at the entrance maintain an absolute security perimeter, detecting any vibration that disturbs the stillness of the fortress. Upon perceiving a large-scale intruder approaching the sanctuary, the clan activates a coordinated response of great biological authority. The ants deploy their jaws, and orient their stingers toward the source of disturbance, ready to protect the integrity of the group. The defensive encounter generates a sensory overload in the adversary's nervous system, instantly neutralizing its intent to advance. As an essential regulator of the ecosystem, its presence guarantees respect for territorial boundaries and the balance of local biodiversity. The bullet ant is the testimony of invincible defense, a masterpiece of evolution reigning in the silence of the jungle. In the rhythmic silence of the Amazon jungle, a tireless wanderer appears, mastering the mineral soil layer during the twilight. The Brazilian wandering spider, scientifically known as Phonutria, is the absolute sovereign of active movement on the forest floor. Unlike other arachnids, this majestic being has renounced static webs to become a strategist of direct searching. Its biological advantage resides in explosive acceleration and reflexes that exceed the perception speed of its prey. It possesses powerful limbs that allow it to move with superior tactical agility among the damp leaf litter and roots. The ultimate weapon of this inhabitant of the shadows is a neurotoxic complex of extraordinary power and immediate efficacy. Its venom neutralizes the stability of the target's central nervous system within a few seconds of biological contact. To ensure success, the spider must approach with meticulous precision, exposing its own physical safety in each encounter. Despite its vigor, this small hunter is vulnerable to the visual radar of birds and large-scale reptiles. Its sensory organs detect the thermal and mechanical vibrations of the environment, allowing it to map its domain in total darkness. When it detects an imposing presence, it deploys a majestic warning posture, raising its front limbs with authority. This visual signal aims to deter any biological intruder, communicating that its defensive response possesses a sovereign energy. Although it represents a biological risk to human civilization, this being avoids direct contact and prefers absolute discretion. Accidental interactions usually occur when the animal feels threatened in its thermal shelter or under dense vegetation. As an essential regulator of the ecosystem, the wandering spider guarantees the balance of microfauna and the vitality of the Amazonian sanctuary. In the dark corners near the mineral floor, a sovereign of the twilight with an unmistakable and majestic appearance resides. The black widow spider, scientifically known as Latrodectus mactans, is the embodiment of mystery and biological respect in the sanctuary. Its body possesses a deep and rutland black shine, decorated with a rhythmic mark in the shape of a crimson hourglass. This vibrant mark functions as an absolute visual warning for any inhabitant intending to disturb its internal or territorial peace. It builds its silk structure in low and sheltered areas, creating an irregular web of great biological resistance near the substrate. The web is not symmetrical, but a strategic trap designed to capture the energy of small organisms navigating the ground. Its true sovereignty resides in latrotoxin, an extraordinarily powerful neurotoxic complex that interacts directly with the nervous system. This compound disrupts the stability of biological signals, neutralizing the target's vigor in a few moments of contact. Despite its imposing reputation, it is a peaceful and discreet inhabitant that prefers retreat over any kind of active confrontation. Its biological defensive response only activates as a maneuver of absolute preservation when its physical integrity feels compromised by the environment. It acts as the great regulator of microfauna, eliminating flies and other flying insects that could saturate the balance of the local ecosystem. It efficiently manages cricket and beetle populations, ensuring that the nutrient flow in the mineral environment remains stable and healthy. As a key piece of the biological sanctuary, its work purifies the environment by controlling small organisms that are often considered invasive species. The black widow spider is the silent guardian of natural order, a gem of evolution reigning with admirable patience and authority. Rising above the mineral stratum, a rhythmic confrontation between two sovereigns of ingenuity is about to begin on the sanctuary's horizon. The tarantula hawk wasp, scientifically known as Pepsis, is the personification of boldness and biological precision in the air. Its advantage resides in superior tactical agility and physical vigor that allows it to displace large-scale biological resources. It possesses a massive stinger that inoculates a chemical complex designed to neutralize the mobility of its target with sovereign efficacy. Each encounter represents a test of resilience, as it must confront arachnids that possess their own chemical defense tools. This solitary inhabitant patrols open meadows and forest clearings, scanning the mineral floor with absolute vigilance. Upon detecting the pulse of a tarantula, the wasp initiates a calculated approach choreography to ensure the operation's success. It uses its rutilant flight to elude the prey's response attempts, searching for the exact moment to apply its precision technique. After ensuring biological neutralization, it deploys a thrust force of 1 Newton to transport the target toward its underground refuge. The Pepsis wasp is the great regulator of arachnid populations, guaranteeing the harmony and health of terrestrial biodiversity. Under the burning light of the dunes, a strategist of modest dimensions but with incomparable visual authority emerges. The jumping spider, belonging to the family Salticidae, is the sovereign of biological precision on the desert's mineral stratum. Its physiognomy stands out for 4 majestic pairs of eyes, where the frontal ones act as high-resolution telescopes. It possesses a 360-degree observation capability, monitoring every thermal vibration of the horizon with absolute clarity. Its body displays rutilant metallic flashes, a chromatic masterpiece reflecting the solar energy of the arid environment. Unlike sedentary inhabitants, this majestic being has renounced static webs to become an active wanderer. As a master of silent stalking, it uses stereoscopic vision to calibrate the distance to its next source of vigor. Upon detecting a target, it deploys an explosive acceleration, performing a leap of faith with a trajectory of great technical accuracy. It can propel its biological mass up to 50 times its own length, challenging the laws of gravity with a force of 0.01 newtons. Before launching into the void, it secures a rhythmic silk line that functions as a biological anchor against any terrain unexpectedness. Its chemical tool possesses sovereign power to neutralize the resistance of small invertebrates in fractions of a second. Although its defense system is relentless in the microcosmos, it does not represent a biological risk to the integrity of human civilization. It acts as the desert's great regulator, managing the populations of flies and mosquitoes navigating through the warm atmosphere. Its work of controlling other arthropods guarantees that the biological balance of local biodiversity remains in absolute harmony. The jumping spider is the jewel of vigilance, a wonder of evolution guarding the order of the mineral sanctuary. In the stage where vigor is measured in seconds, the sovereign of terrestrial acceleration emerges, the tiger beetle. Belonging to the subfamily Cicindolinae, this majestic being dominates open mineral terrains and sun-drenched dunes. Its eyes are high-resolution domes that grant it a sovereign perspective over every vibration of the sandy horizon. It possesses sickle-shaped jaws, precision tools designed to ensure success in every biological encounter. Its strategic advantage is an amazing speed reaching 9 kilometers per hour, an immense power for its physical scale. However, this extreme vigor causes sensory saturation that forces the runner to stop rhythmically to recalibrate its vision. Upon identifying a source of energy like a solitary ant, the beetle activates its explosive approach sequence. It moves like a metallic flash over the substrate, neutralizing the distance through bursts of movement and strategic pauses. The encounter concludes in a fraction of a second, where its jaws guarantee the acquisition of the resource with absolute authority. The tiger beetle is the guardian of agility, a masterpiece of evolution that maintains the biological balance of the soil. While the mineral ground trembles under the pursuits, the sky of the micro-world witnesses the dominance of a winged sovereign. The dragonfly, belonging to the order Odonata, is the embodiment of aeronautical engineering and rhythmic elegance in the air. It possesses 4 wing structures that operate independently, allowing it to perform tactical maneuvers of astonishing complexity. This majestic inhabitant can hover, move backward, and reach a speed of 50 kilometers per hour on a soaring trajectory. Its compound eyes grant it a panoramic vision of nearly 360 degrees, monitoring every vibration of the celestial environment. It is recognized as nature's most effective strategist, achieving a biological success rate of over 95%. Upon identifying a source of energy like a mosquito, the dragonfly does not follow its trail, but intercepts its future trajectory with precision. It neutralizes the distance with millimeter technical dexterity, securing the biological resource while navigating through the sanctuary's atmosphere. However, its biological permanence is fragile, as it requires pure water sanctuaries to guarantee the development of its future lineage. The dragonfly is the guardian of aerial harmony, a biological jewel that guarantees the dynamic balance of river ecosystems. Before becoming the undisputed sovereign of the air, this inhabitant undergoes a phase of great biological authority underwater. The dragonfly nymph is the strategist of the aquatic gloom, patrolling the mineral bed of ponds and lakes. Its body structure is designed for absolute discretion, wearing colors that allow it to blend with mud and sediment in a sovereign way. It possesses an unmatched tactical advantage known as the mask, a lower lip transformed into a tool of massive projection. This piece of evolutionary engineering remains hidden under its head until the precise moment of the biological encounter. Upon identifying a source of energy like a tadpole, the larva activates its mechanism with a speed of 0.01 seconds. The impact force neutralizes the target's resistance, securing nutrient acquisition for its future winged vigor. Its true sovereignty resides in patience, waiting motionless for hours while monitoring the water vibrations of the environment. However, its biological permanence is limited to the liquid sanctuary, where it is vulnerable to the presence of large-scale fish. Every millimeter of its structure is optimized for ambush, turning it into the supreme regulator of the aquatic microcosmos. Through this rhythmic exchange of energy, it guarantees that invertebrate populations remain in a state of dynamic equilibrium. The nymph is the testimony that biological greatness begins in the shadows, preparing the path to conquer the high firmament. Upon leaving the aquatic domain, dense vegetation becomes the theatre of operations for a specialist in silent neutralization. The assassin bug, belonging to the family Reduvidae, is the sovereign of strategic stalking among the shadows of the leaves. It possesses a biological face equipped with a rigid proboscis, a precision tool designed to pierce chitin armors. This natural needle is capable of exerting a large-scale focused pressure to reach the vital centers of its target in a sovereign way. Its ultimate weapon is a complex of potent digestive enzymes that liquefy the internal structure of the energy source in a few seconds. The true sovereignty of this inhabitant resides in its mimicry capability, blending with the mineral and plant texture of the forest environment. Although its terrestrial movement is slow and lacks the explosive speed of other clans, its patience guarantees absolute biological success. Upon detecting the thermal pulse of a grasshopper, the assassin initiates a millimeter approach, calculating each step with unparalleled discretion. The encounter is resolved with a quick impact, where the strategist inserts its biological beam, injecting the chemical component immediately. In a few moments, it processes and extracts the entirety of the target's body fluids, transforming others' vigor into its own vital sustenance. As an essential regulator of the plant stratum, its labor of controlling herbivores guarantees the dynamic balance of the deep jungle. The assassin bug is the testimony of technical sophistication, a masterpiece of evolution reigning in the silence of the tropical forest. In the calm areas of wetlands, where water barely moves over the mineral mud, a guardian of absolute patience resides. The water scorpion, known under the scientific name Nepa cinerea, is the sovereign of tactical camouflage in the shallow aquatic ecosystem. Its body anatomy is a masterpiece of biological architecture, with a flattened body that perfectly mimics a dry leaf or a fallen branch. It possesses a respiratory siphon in its posterior section, a high-precision tube that allows it to capture atmospheric oxygen while remaining submerged. Its front limbs are tools of power, transformed into raptorial pincers designed to ensure the integrity of any energy source. This majestic inhabitant prefers the sovereignty of solitude, patrolling the margins of ponds with an immobility that challenges visual perception. Upon detecting vibrations from a young fish, the strategist calibrates the millimeter distance before deploying its quick capture maneuver. It uses its sharp proboscis to access the internal resources of its target, extracting vital nutrients with superior biological efficacy. However, its fluid navigation is limited, and its success depends entirely on the stability and calm of the water sanctuaries it inhabits. As an essential regulator of smaller biological populations, its labour guarantees that the dynamic balance of the marsh remains in harmony. The water scorpion is the testimony of evolutionary sophistication, a being that masters the art of waiting under the surface of the liquid mirror. Protecting the purity of its streams is ensuring that the elegance and vigour of microlife continue to flow in the heart of the sanctuary. In deserts of fine sand and dry mineral soils, a strategist who has perfected the art of absolute patience resides. The antlion, scientifically known as Myrmeleontidae, is the sovereign of geometric traps on the terrestrial stratum. Its true sovereignty resides in the architecture of a perfect funnel, rhythmically excavated in the sandy substrate. It uses its body as an engineering tool to displace mineral material and create slopes of great tactical instability. It possesses sickle-shaped jaws that function as pincers of great authority to secure any biological resource. However, its biological efficacy depends entirely on its circular sanctuary, for outside its trap, its agility decreases drastically. This majestic inhabitant remains hidden under dry mud, monitoring surface vibrations with high-resolution biological sensors. Upon detecting a solitary ant approaching the edge of its domain, the strategist activates a rhythmic disturbance maneuver. It projects bursts of sand toward the target to neutralize its balance and force its descent toward the center of the structure. Through this subtle exchange, it guarantees that the flow of nutrients remains constant in arid soil ecosystems. The antlion is the testimony of static intelligence, a masterpiece of evolution reigning in the silence of the dust. In the rutilant heart of tropical rainforests, beauty and lethality merge into a single biological architecture of great precision. The orchid mantis, scientifically known as Hymenopus coronatus, is the undisputed sovereign of aggressive mimicry in the sanctuary. Its anatomy is a masterpiece of rhythmic design, with limbs that perfectly mimic the petals of a wildflower. Unlike other inhabitants, this majestic being does not seek refuge, but becomes the epicenter of visual attraction. Its rutilant coloration reflects sunlight, in a way that attracts pollinators with superior biological suggestion power. The strategist remains motionless on the plant stratum, integrating into the forest's symphony of colors to hide its intention. Upon detecting the pulse of a bee or a butterfly, the mantis calibrates the millimeter distance through its high-resolution eyes. It possesses amazing reflexes that allow it to activate its capture maneuver in only 60 milliseconds of biological time. Its front legs act as pincers of great authority, securing the resource with an impact force of 0.1 newtons. However, its tactical advantage depends entirely on the presence of vibrant flora to guarantee strategic invisibility from the environment. As a regulator of the floral balance, its work guarantees that insect populations remain in a constant rhythmic harmony. The orchid mantis is the testimony of invincible elegance, a gem of evolution reigning in the silence of the petals. In the vastness of the desert, where the sun yields its throne to the moon, an inhabitant of robust physiognomy and majestic step emerges. The desert tarantula, scientifically known as Aphonopelma calcotes, is the sovereign of the penumbra in the mineral stratum. Its body is covered by a dense fur that functions as a biological armor and an advanced system of tactical sensors. These fine hairs detect the subtlest vibrations in the substrate, allowing it to map the environment with absolute precision. It possesses an extraordinary defensive maneuver, launching clouds of urticating hairs that deter any unwanted external presence. This protection technique guarantees the integrity of its living space without the need to resort to direct physical encounter. Upon identifying an energy source, it uses its chemical complex to neutralize the vigor of its target with sovereign efficacy. Its biological tool calms the resistance of small insects, securing nutrient acquisition to maintain its vital rhythm. The female of this lineage possesses an amazing longevity, being able to rein in her underground refuge for 20 years of existence. Conversely, the male undertakes an epic and risky journey through mineral terrain in search of a sacred biological connection. Despite its imposing appearance, this majestic arachnid avoids contact with human civilization and prefers absolute discretion. Its behavior is fundamentally peaceful, activating its defensive response only when its internal safety is compromised. It acts as the great regulator of the desert microcosmos, managing cricket and beetle populations with natural mastery. Its work guarantees that the dynamic balance of biodiversity in the dunes remains stable and healthy for the ecosystem. The tarantula is the testimony of resilience in the desert, a masterpiece of evolution guarding the silence of the sand. Individual encounters are only the preface to a confrontation on a massive scale that redefines collective power in the sanctuary. In the heart of the colonies, sovereignty does not belong to the individual, but to the superorganism that breathes with a single biological will. Ants and termites have perfected the engineering of war, using chemical signals as high-precision tactical codes. Rhythmic communication through pheromones organizes thousands of soldiers into defensive formations that protect the core of the mineral kingdom. When two ant clans compete for a water resource, the atmosphere is saturated with an energy of silent and absolute confrontation. Higher caste soldiers deploy jaws that exert a force of 1 Newton to guarantee border security. Loyalty to the Queen is the engine of amazing biological sacrifices, where individuals give their vigor to ensure the future of the lineage. In termite fortresses, the mud architecture becomes a tactical labyrinth designed to neutralize any external incursion. Upon detecting a massive disturbance, the defenders seal the vital ducts using their own bodies as high-resistance shields. Some termite species activate an autolysis maneuver, releasing sticky chemical compounds that instantly immobilize the opponent. Honeybees deploy a sophisticated thermal strategy to protect the honeycomb's integrity from the proximity of winged strategists. By surrounding an intruder, thousands of workers vibrate in unison to raise the internal temperature up to 47 degrees Celsius. This thermal energy overload neutralizes the biological stability of the invader without the need to resort to direct physical force. War in the microcosmos is a dance of precision where collective intelligence always surpasses the strength of a single inhabitant. Each casualty on the battlefield is processed as a necessary loss to preserve the harmony and permanence of the social ecosystem. Siege and defense tactics are passed down through genetic codes that have governed the dry land for millions of years. The biological discipline of these legions guarantees that the nutrient recycling cycle and pollination continue under the sun. Social order is rapidly re-established after each conflict, beginning a phase of rhythmic reconstruction of the home's mineral structures. These confrontations are the barometer of the species' vigor, ensuring that only the fittest clans guard the sanctuary's balance. And warfare is the testimony of absolute unity, a masterpiece of evolution reigning in the soil's silence. Upon observing the complete tapestry of microlife, an absolute truth emerges about the sophistication of evolutionary engineering on dry land. Each microcosmos strategist possesses a unique biological architecture designed to guarantee success and permanence in a high-competition environment. The power of these small inhabitants does not reside in their physical mass, but in the surgical precision of their vital exchange tools. The chemical complex of venom is the most rutilant weapon, transforming milligrams of substance into a biological authority that neutralizes large volume opponents. Through mimicry and tactical camouflage, the mantis and the bug become plant mirages, mastering the art of invisibility from the environment. Explosive speed is the currency of the tiger beetle, who traverses the mineral substrate with an acceleration that challenges human visual perception. In the air, the dragonfly deploys sovereign aeronautical engineering, using 4 independent wings to execute maneuvers of amazing technical complexity. Silent stalking and rhythmic ambush allow arachnids to manage their energy resources with highly efficient biological economy. The construction of mineral traps, such as the antlion's funnels, demonstrates an architectural intelligence that uses the laws of physics to its advantage. Strategic parasitism of wasps represents a refined biological manipulation maneuver, ensuring the vigor of the future lineage without direct combat. The power of numbers and collective discipline turn ant legions into a superorganism of unparalleled power and social harmony. These creatures possess a chitin exoskeleton that functions as a biological armor, protecting internal integrity from impacts of 1 Newton of force. Their success at the microscale is due to optimized metabolic rates and the ability to process nutrients with superior biological speed. As essential regulators, arthropods guarantee that the biological energy flow does not stop, maintaining the health of all terrestrial ecosystems. Comparatively, the pressure exerted by an ant's jaw on its mass scale exceeds the vigor of any large-scale mammal. Their permanence in the biological sanctuary is guaranteed by an evolutionary flexibility that allows them to conquer from the mineral floor to the rutilant firmament. Insects and arachnids are the true custodians of natural order, the invisible sovereigns breathing in the silence of every square meter of jungle. Recognizing the majesty of their weapons is understanding the dynamic equilibrium and extraordinary beauty of life in its purest and smallest forms. After each day of tactical encounters, nature operates like a machine of absolute balance and great technical precision. The millions of biological exchanges occurring every second are the threads that weave the stability of our common biosphere. The sovereigns of the microcosmos are not only hunters, but the engineers in charge of managing the flow of vital energy. They act as the great biological control system, rhythmically regulating the populations of inhabitants that process flora. Without the presence of these silent strategists, primary consumers would saturate the water and botanical resources of the sanctuary. Each successful capture guarantees that planet Earth's green architecture can regenerate and flourish with superior vigor. The work of ants and arachnids is an ecosystem service of mineral and biological value that science is still trying to quantify. By eliminating individuals with lower biological energy, they ensure genetic health and resilience for all lineages. These invisible guardians are the ultimate shield against the overgrowth of harmful elements that could alter the chemical balance of the air. The nutrient recycling cycle relies on their incessant activity, allowing the mineral stratum to remain fertile for millennia. The disappearance of these small architects would cause a rhythmic collapse, affecting every link in the pyramid of life. River and terrestrial ecosystems depend on the technical vigilance that arthropods exert over every square meter of jungle. Protecting their habitat is safeguarding the biological engine that guarantees the permanence of elegance and vigor in nature. We must recognize that the success of our own civilization is intrinsically linked to the health of these microscopic systems. Each species is a piece of evolutionary engineering guarding the millennial order of forests and mineral meadows. Life breathes through their furtive movements, reminding us that greatness resides in the functionality of the tiny. The testimony of their resilience is the indomitable heartbeat that ensures the future remains a sanctuary of vitality and light. The sovereigns of the microcosmos will continue to reign in silence, guaranteeing that the song of existence endures for all biological eternity. Please subscribe to the channel and share this video to spread the message of respect. Every action helps protect nature's wonderful creation. Before humans fully understood the secrets of Africa's most dangerous forest, before science revealed the hidden laws of this ancient world, a kingdom already existed where every shadow could hide a predator. In the wild heart of the Congo, among giant trees, deep rivers, and an impenetrable darkness, the great predators dominate the forest with strength, patience, and mortal instinct. Welcome to Wild Congo, where predators dominate Africa's most dangerous forest. Please give us one like and subscribe to the channel to give us more motivation to produce more quality content. Don't forget to comment your feelings about the video below and let us know where you're watching this video from to discuss together. Let's get started. In the heart of the Congo forest lives a predator that rarely shows itself, but whose presence dominates the entire forest. It is the African leopard, known scientifically as Panthera pardus pardus, one of the top predators of the Congo Basin. Its rosette-covered coat blends perfectly with the play of light and shadow created under the dense forest canopy. Most of the time, it lives solitary and quietly patrols its vast territory. Every step is carefully calculated not to produce even a single sound on the fallen leaves. Among its habitual prey are small antelopes, monkeys, and many mammals living on the forest floor. A small antelope moves through the vegetation, looking for young leaves without knowing a danger is observing from the darkness. The leopard slowly shortens the distance, taking advantage of every trunk, vine and bush to hide its body. It stays motionless for many minutes, waiting for exactly the perfect moment to strike. When the prey enters the right range, the leopard lunges with an explosion of speed and precision. The attack happens so fast that the prey barely has time to react. The combination of stealth, patience, and strength turns the leopard into one of the most effective hunters in the African forest. After the hunt, it usually drags the prey to a safe place before starting to eat. Its presence helps control the populations of many herbivores and small mammals in the forest. In the Congo forest, the leopard proves that true power does not always belong to the loudest, but to the hunter capable of disappearing among the shadows until the exact moment of the strike. In the depths of the Congo River, a prehistoric ghost waits with an absolute and lethal patience. The Nile crocodile, known as Crocodilus niloticus, is the undisputed lord of the African wetlands. This giant can reach a length of 5 meters, dominating the riverbed with its massive and imposing presence. With a weight of up to 750 kilograms, its body is a structure of pure muscle protected by armored scales. Its skin possesses osteoderms that function as a natural armor capable of resisting attacks from other predators. When stalking, the crocodile only exposes its eyes and nostrils, becoming invisible under the murky current. It possesses sensory receptors on its jaw that detect the slightest vibrations of any animal approaching the water. In waters flowing at 25 degrees Celsius, this reptile lies motionless like a drifting log. When a prey tries to quench its thirst, the predator releases an explosive energy driven by its muscular tail. Its jaws possess devastating power, creating a colossal pressure force of 16,000 newtons on the victim. This bite force is 4 times superior to that of a lion, ensuring an infallible and immediate catch. It uses its 64 conical teeth to firmly hold prey trying to escape desperately from its steel trap. Once the catch is secured, it executes the death roll to subdue and dismember the opponent under the water. It is the butcher of the rivers that does not distinguish between antelopes or any being that dares to cross its liquid domain. As a keystone species, the Nile crocodile ensures the biological health of the ecosystem by removing decomposing organic debris. In the dense forests of the Congo River Basin, a silent predator glides by, representing the brute strength of land reptiles. The African rock python, known scientifically as Python sebae, is one of the most massive and powerful snakes on the continent. This limbless giant can reach an astonishing length of 6 meters, dominating the forest floor with its majestic presence. An adult specimen reaches a weight of up to 90 kilograms, being a compact mass of pure muscle designed for total immobilization. Its skin features intricate brown and olive-green patterns that allow it to blend perfectly with the damp fallen leaves. It uses heat-sensing pits located on its lips to detect the body heat of mammals from several meters away in the murky darkness. The predator waits patiently near trails or water sources, waiting for a monkey or an antelope to pass through its strike range. Upon detecting its prey, it launches a lightning strike that occurs in a fraction of a second, holding the victim with curved teeth. The python immediately wraps its body around its opponent, starting a devastating constriction process that stops blood flow. The strength of its pressure is phenomenal, reaching levels that surpass any physical resistance of medium-sized mammals. It is capable of swallowing prey whole thanks to its extremely flexible jaws that can detach to facilitate the ingestion of large volumes. The African rock python is the silent guardian of the forest, a basic link helping to maintain the biological balance of the Congo region. Amidst the vast wetlands of the Congo appears one of Africa's strangest and most enigmatic birds, the shoebill. Scientifically named Baleniceps rex, its giant beak and appearance remind one of creatures from prehistoric times. Despite possessing a powerful appearance, most of the time it stands motionless among reeds and submerged vegetation. Extraordinary patience is one of the factors that make this hunter successful. Lungfish, large fish, water snakes, and small reptiles are all its food sources. For many minutes, it intently observes the water surface to wait for the movement of prey. When a lungfish comes to the surface to breathe, the shoebill still stands still until the last moment. Then it thrusts its neck forward with amazing speed and strikes with its giant beak. The strong structure of the beak helps it firmly hold even large and slippery prey. The hunt ends thanks to a perfect combination of patience, precision, and strength. Very few bird species master the African wetlands with a specialized hunting technique like the shoebill. Amidst the Congo wetlands, the shoebill proves that an appearance seemingly out of prehistory can hide one of Africa's most patient and efficient hunters. On the treetops of the Congo region dwells the most brilliant and daring strategist in the primate kingdom. The common chimpanzee, or pan troglodytes, is a wonder of evolution endowed with a superior and complex intelligence. These creatures are famous for their ability to manufacture and use primitive tools to find food in the forest. They use modified branches to catch termites from nests or heavy stones to break tough nutshells. However, behind the curious appearance hides an organized predator capable of performing deadly pack hunts. Alpha males lead strategic raids to catch colobus monkeys in the high levels of the forest canopy. Each individual assumes a specific role in the ambush, acting as a blocker, chaser, or direct finisher. They possess amazing physical strength, being up to 4 times more powerful than a human with the same biological weight. When the prey is caught, the whole troop falls into a state of extreme excitement, where social hierarchy decides the distribution of food. Competition for meat is fierce, leading to sonic and physical confrontations that help consolidate the leader's dominance. This occasional carnivorous diet provides vital proteins that drive the development of their extremely sophisticated brains. The chimpanzee is the guardian of biological cleverness, proving that cooperation is the most powerful tool in the Congo region. On the dense and dark forest floor of the Congo forest moves one of the planet's most vibrant and formidable primate societies. The mandrill, known scientifically as Mandrillus sphinx, is the largest non-human primate currently existing. Its face is dotted with bright blue and red ridges, a chromatic masterpiece indicating the male's dominant status. An alpha male can weigh up to 35,000 grams, building an imposing body mass based on 4 muscular limbs. They live in huge hordes that can exceed hundreds of individuals, exploring the forest understory to search for fruit, seeds, and insects. Despite their colorful appearance, their lifestyle in the deep forest requires constant vigilance against hidden dangers. The greatest danger lurks from the high branches, where the leopard, Panthera pardus, observes every movement of the whole troop. This big cat species is the only predator capable of challenging an adult mandrill, using ambush as its primary weapon. To protect its large family, the alpha male possesses sharp fangs 6 centimeters long, exceeding even a lion's fangs in length. Its bite creates a pressure of 1,300 newtons, turning the mouth into a deadly trap for any attacker. communication within the group is done through constant grunts and sounds that help keep the horde together in the darkness. During the hottest hours, with temperatures reaching 30 degrees Celsius, the whole troop rests and shelters under the forest canopy. An omnivorous diet forces them to travel up to 5 kilometers daily to scan the ground with amazing collective efficiency. As a keystone species, mandrills participate in seed dispersal, ensuring the regeneration of the fruits they consume. The mandrill remains the undisputed king of the jungle floor, a colourful warrior challenging the leopard's shadow. In the lush cathedrals of the Congo River Basin, an agile ghost dwells, challenging gravity from above. The Guereza colobus, or Colobus guereza, stands out with its black and white fur swaying like a silk ribbon. Its long tail, up to 0.9 meters, acts as a biological balance bar to maintain stability at a height of 30 meters. It can perform extraordinary jumps 6 meters long between trees, turning the canopy into its personal highway. It possesses a complex and multi-chambered stomach designed to process cellulose and neutralize toxins from young leaves. Under the steady 28 degrees Celsius heat, this primate saves energy by staying motionless while digesting plant food. However, the chimpanzee uses its collective intelligence to organize deadly ambushes against colobus monkeys on high. The leopard patrols the vertical world, using explosive strength to catch any individual distracted for even a second. From the sky, the crowned eagle lunges like a lightning bolt, with talons creating 400 newtons of pressure on its back. The colobus monkey emits shrill alarm calls, helping to warn the entire troop of the presence of winged or ground predators. As an essential inhabitant, its presence ensures the nutrient flow and genetic diversity of the fruit tree species in the Congo region. The colobus is a masterpiece of life on high, a keystone link helping to balance the biological pyramid of the primary forest. On the misty peaks of the Virunga Mountains dwells a giant whose kindness and power define the essence of eastern Congo. The mountain gorilla, or Gorilla berengay, is the largest and most robust primate species walking on the Earth's surface. An alpha male, known as a silverback, can reach an imposing body mass of 200 kilograms. With a height of 1.8 meters, its structure is a mountain of firm muscle designed for absolute protection. The characteristic grey fur on its back indicates its biological maturity and its undisputed leader status in the family clan. It possesses an extraordinary physical strength, estimated to be 10 times higher than a trained human athlete. Its jaw can create a pressure of 1,300 newtons, a necessary strength to crush extremely tough bamboo stems. Despite the intimidating appearance, this giant is a gentle herbivore spending all day consuming succulent plants. An adult can eat up to 30 kilograms of leaves, stems and bark to meet its high energy needs. The silverback male assumes the sacred responsibility of leading his family across jungles that reach temperatures of 15 degrees Celsius. To protect the territory, the leader performs a display of strength by chest. Troop communication includes soft sounds and complex gestures, helping to maintain social harmony between mothers and offspring. Although lacking constant natural predators, the leopard represents an occasional threat requiring the protector's eternal watch. As a keystone species, mountain gorillas maintain biological health for the ecosystem by opening paths and dispersing forest seeds. The mountain gorilla is the guardian of the clouds, a masterpiece of evolution reigning with a silent wisdom. In the dense forests located south of the majestic Congo River dwells a unique creature that can't be found anywhere else on the planet. The bonobo, known scientifically as Pan-paniscus, is the exclusive biological treasure of the Democratic Republic of the Congo. This primate species shares 98.7% of its genetic code with humans, being our closest living relative. It possesses a slender body structure with a dark face and pink lips, bringing an incredibly human-like expression. An adult can weigh up to 45 kilograms, moving with exceptional flexibility between canopy foliage saturated with moisture. Their society is extremely complex and run by female coalitions, which maintain peace and troop order. Unlike other great ape species, bonobos solve their conflicts through social and emotional bonds instead of violence. Their communication ability is amazing, using a range of sounds and gestures to express complex emotions. Under the steady 30 degrees Celsius heat, these communities move through the forest canopy to search for energy-rich fruits. They consume many types of plants and small invertebrate species, acting as fundamental seed dispersers in the ecosystem. The bonobo's existence is closely linked to the preservation of intact primary forests south of the river. The bonobo is the guardian of biological harmony, a keystone species representing intelligence and peace in the heart of Africa. In the deepest and most inaccessible places of the Congo dwells one of the most beautiful and elusive antelopes on the planet. The bongo, known scientifically as Tragelaphus eurycerus, is the hidden jewel of African tropical forests. The vibrant reddish-brown coat gives it a mystical elegance among the emerald vegetation of the forest. It possesses 10 to 15 vertical white stripes, helping to break its shape under the dappled and dense light of the canopy. An adult male can reach a massive weight of 400 kilograms, being the largest forest antelope in all of Africa. Both sexes possess spiral horns up to 1 meter long, biological tools for weaving through the bushes. Its behavior is extremely shy, prioritizing the protection of the understory during the hottest hours. In this kingdom of shadows, immobility is the best biological defense for not being detected by enemies. However, the leopard silently patrols on fallen tree trunks, waiting for a chemical trail or even the smallest movement. The big cat uses stealth to approach the bongo's feeding area before launching a silent attack. The bongo's large ears act as acoustic radars capable of detecting danger from a distance. It eats many types of leaves and roots under a steady 28 degrees Celsius temperature. Sometimes it consumes charred wood to take in essential minerals not present in common plants. As an umbrella species, its protection ensures conservation for large areas of primary forest in the Congo River basin. The bongo antelope is the guardian of the forest's secrets, a masterpiece walking with an invisible elegance. In the dense darkness of the Ituri forest appears a creature so strange it looks like a living myth of evolution. The okapi, known scientifically as Okapia johnstoni, is the closest living relative to the savanna giraffe. This animal is a unique biological treasure, an endemic species only residing in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Its most prominent feature is the black and white stripes on the legs and rump, looking like those of a zebra. These marks act as a perfect disruptive camouflage, mimicking the light filtering through the ancient forest canopy. Under constant humidity and 28 degrees Celsius temperatures, the okapi becomes practically invisible to predators. It possesses a dark blue prehensile tongue, up to 0.45 meters long, to clean its own eyelids and ears. Like its long-necked relative, males develop skin-covered ossicone horns on their strong skulls. Its massive ears are acoustic radars capable of detecting the smallest rustle caused by a leopard from a distance. It is a solitary traveller, marking territory through scent glands located on the hooves upon damp ground. It eats more than 100 plant species, including fungi and fruits, which it processes with its specialized digestive system. The okapi is a silent guardian of prehistory, a masterpiece ensuring the biological purity of the Congo jungle. In the lush green deep places of the Congo River basin appears the most powerful and majestic architect of the tropical forest. The African forest elephant, known scientifically as Loxodonta cyclotis, is a silent giant shaping the African landscape. Unlike its savanna relative, this giant possesses a more compact body designed to move between dense vegetation. An adult male can reach a mass of 4,000 kilograms and a height of 2.5 meters at the sturdy shoulders. Its ears are round and act as a sophisticated biological cooling system under the 30-degree Celsius heat. The ivory tusks are straight and point downward, allowing it to penetrate dense foliage without being caught among the branches. This ivory layer is extremely hard and dense, a biological tool to peel bark and dig for essential minerals. Its trunk possesses over 150,000 muscle units, providing it with massive strength and millimeter precision to collect small young fruit. When moving, the elephant opens permanent trails, acting as biological highways for hundreds of smaller species in the deep forest. These paths allow energy flow and connectivity between primary forest patches in the heart of the Congo region. As a large frugivore, it consumes tons of wild fruit, becoming the most efficient seed disperser in the tropical ecosystem. Seeds go through its digestive system and are deposited along with natural fertilizer kilometers away from the parent tree. This process ensures the continuous regeneration and genetic diversity of tree species that are absorbing the Earth's carbon. The forest elephant influences forest structure by toppling small trees, allowing sunlight to reach the fertile ground. It uses low-frequency infrasound to communicate with other family groups at a distance of 10 kilometers in the deep forest. Social structure is matriarchal, where the most experienced female leads the whole troop to water sources and hidden salt mines. They possess an extraordinary memory, remembering migration routes and fruit tree locations throughout continuous decades. Despite the massive weight, they walk on fat pads, allowing for movement in absolute silence on damp mud foundations. The leopard represents a threat to 100-kilogram young, forcing adults to create an impenetrable defensive circle. If this biological architect were absent, the Congo River Basin would lose the ability to maintain Africa's massive biodiversity. The forest elephant is the guardian of ecological integrity, a masterpiece of evolution reigning with a calm strength. At the dark and deep currents of the Congo tributaries, a giant is lurking, one who imposes his will through brute force. The common hippopotamus, known scientifically as Hippopotamus amphibius, is the undisputed tyrant of river ecosystems. An alpha male can weigh up to 3,000 kilograms, becoming a battleship made of meat and muscle dominating the riverbank. Its skin lacks sweat glands, so it secretes a red liquid acting as sunscreen and natural antiseptic. This biological adaptation allows it to endure the 35 degrees Celsius harsh sun without skin burns or infections. It possesses giant jaws that can open to a 150-degree angle, revealing a terrifying and lethal oral weaponry. Its lower canine teeth are continuously growing tusks, reaching an amazing length of 0.5 meters. Its bite force is one of the strongest in the animal kingdom, creating a 12,600 Newton pressure. This power far exceeds any predator's capacity, allowing it to bite a prey or a boat in half. The hippopotamus is highly territorial, marking its dominance with deep roars echoing throughout the riverbed. Any intruder who dares to violate its space is received with a hostile yawning display, acting as a biological warning. The Nile crocodile, despite its ferocity, often has to yield before this giant to avoid a lethal confrontation. In underwater territorial disputes, males ram each other with a destructive energy that agitates the Congo's murky water. Although they spend 16 hours daily underwater, these giants do not swim but walk elegantly on the riverbed. When night falls, the hippopotamus leaves the water's safety to graze on fertile plains near the jungle. It consumes up to 40 kilograms of grass in a single night session, meeting its massive biological energy needs. Despite its clumsy appearance on land, it can reach an amazing speed of 30 kilometers per hour in short distances. Females are fierce protectors of the young, facing lions or leopards with aggression ensuring the lineage's survival. Its heavy hooves aerate the mud under the riverbed, allowing oxygen to penetrate and benefit multiple fish species. The dung it releases in water acts as a massive fertilizer, nourishing the food chain of the entire river ecosystem. The hippopotamus is the violent guard of the canals, a masterpiece of evolution maintaining balance in the tropical paradise. Above the dense canopy of the Congo reigns the undisputed Lord of the Sky and the terror of the high levels. The crowned eagle, known scientifically as Stephanoetus coronatus, is the most powerful and fierce raptor in the entire African continent. It possesses a 1.8-meter wingspan with wide and short wings designed to maneuver flexibly among the dense foliage. Their legs are extremely thick and equipped with 10-centimeter talons capable of piercing tough biological tissues. This predator can create a 4,000 Newton pressure on the victim's skull, ensuring an instant death. It stalks from strategic branches and becomes invisible to monkeys and small primate species moving in the forest's high levels. When starting an attack, the eagle lunges down with a speed reaching 100 kilometers per hour before creating a devastating impact. The attack usually targets the back of the neck. The impact and pressure break cervical vertebrae immediately. It builds massive nests on the oldest and tallest trees of the Congo region, protecting its territory with a legendary aggression. It communicates with shrill calls, helping to mark dominance over thousands of hectares of African primary forest. The crowned eagle is the guard for the canopy's balance, ensuring biological health for the planet's most vibrant ecosystem. When the sun sets on the damp ground of the Congo, a legion of silent predators rises to master the shadows. The African civet, known scientifically as Civetictis civetta, is the queen of nighttime mysticism in the jungle. This mammal species possesses a spotted and striped coat, acting as a perfect disruptive camouflage under the moonlight. An adult can weigh up to 15 kilograms, moving with a flexibility challenging the understory's density. Its sense of smell is extraordinary, allowing it to identify the location of hidden prey through the chemical trail in the damp air. As an opportunistic predator, it patrols forest trails to search for rodents, small birds, and unsuspecting reptiles. It possesses perianal glands secreting musk, a substance used to mark its territory persistently. Beside it, the marsh mongoose, or Atalax paludinosus, patrols along the riverbanks with an amazing boldness. This small carnivore is a specialist in hunting snakes, using reflexes far exceeding the speed of lightning. It possesses a natural immunity against certain neurotoxins, allowing it to face cobras with absolute confidence. Their feet are equipped with sharp talons designed to dig and catch protein-rich insects under dry ground. The diet of these night hunters is diverse, including bird eggs and wild fruit to supplement their energy nutrients. Under the 22 degrees Celsius temperature, their activity intensifies, turning them into biological regulators of the understory. They are capable of performing acrobatic movements to catch birds resting on low branches. Their ecological role is vital, as they control rodent populations that could harm the primary forest's balance. The civet and mongoose are invisible gears, ensuring the nighttime life cycle never stops. In the darkness of the Congo, every rustle is a signal that these stealthy masters are in a high biological hunt. These night guards are proof that strength does not always lie in dominant physical size. Africa's heart beats with an emerald strength at the Congo River Basin, the planet's second largest tropical forest. This plant labyrinth covers an area of nearly 2 million square kilometers, stretching across 6 sovereign nations. Foliage thickness creates a complex vertical structure where emergent trees reach a majestic height of 60 meters. On the forest floor, sunlight is a scarce resource, as only 2% of rays manage to penetrate the dense canopy. This eternal darkness turns the forest into a perfect stage for masters of biological ambush and stealth. Relative humidity always stays near 90%, saturating the air with the scent of life and organic decomposition. Thousands of vines and aerial roots create a tangled web, providing countless hiding places for stealthy predators like the leopard. Steady 25°C temperatures accelerate life processes, driving a biodiversity that challenges all human description. The Congo River, with a depth exceeding 220 meters, acts as the central axis of this massive and vibrant ecosystem. Every corner of the understory is a potential trap where limited vision forces animals to rely on sharp hearing. Space and energy competition is brutal, requiring extreme evolutionary adaptations at each link of the food chain. This green lung of the planet processes tons of carbon, coordinating the global climate with its massive plant biomass. Congo is a world of shadows and reflections where absolute immobility is the key for hunting or survival. The complexity of this maze ensures that the Earth's oldest biological secrets remain protected under the impenetrable canopy. The Congo Kingdom remains forever the last indomitable sanctuary, a masterpiece of nature in its purest and most aggressive form. The Congo River flows as a vital artery through Africa's heart, stretching over a distance of more than 4,700 kilometers. Its massive basin feeds the continent's densest ecosystem, providing water and life for billions of organisms with tight links. The Congo's waters act as a biological highway connecting primary forest patches along its course. With a depth reaching 220 meters, this is the world's deepest river and a liquid abyss filled with secrets. Thousands of fish species reside in its current, acting as an instant protein source for land and water predators. Crossing the river represents a death gamble for land animals when facing currents flowing at high speeds. Below the murky surface, Crocodilus niloticus quietly patrols, waiting for a victim to venture into its territory to attack. An ambush by this reptile releases a 16,000 Newton impact force, ensuring no one escapes its jaws. Hippopotamus amphibius protects its river stretch with fierce aggression, attacking any intruder daring to cross its living space. Even large crocodiles have to yield before the massive 3,000 kilogram weight of an alpha hippo to avoid a lethal conflict. Water at a steady 25 degrees Celsius temperature increases the metabolism of predators who are patiently lurking on the riverbank. During low rain seasons, the river becomes the only water source refuge for the thirsty fauna of the deep forest. Continuous silt flow nourishes the bank vegetation, creating energy-rich foraging areas for herbivores. The interaction between water and land in the Congo region is the pulse maintaining the balance of the whole ecosystem. The Congo River is the lifeguard, an indomitable artery ensuring a wild future for this African paradise. The Congo sanctuary today is facing dense shadows, threatening to permanently silence Africa's emerald pulse. Mass deforestation consumes thousands of square kilometers of primary forest every year to make way for industrial agriculture. Illegal extraction of precious minerals leaves deep scars in the ground, destroying the home of species not existing anywhere else. The ghost of illegal hunting lurks in the forest, shrinking forest elephant and mountain gorilla populations for ivory and bushmeat. Habitat fragmentation through road building disrupts vital biological corridors for large migratory forest species. The global temperature increase exceeding 2 degrees Celsius changes rain cycles, affecting the ecosystem's critical humidity. Without this green lung, the planet will lose the ability to absorb tons of carbon, accelerating the thermal collapse of the atmosphere. Despite threats, brave forest protection patrols are risking their lives every day to seal the boundaries of national parks. Giant reserves like Virunga and Salonga represent the last biological hope for bonobo and okapi survival. Satellite technology and continuous monitoring allow scientists to track the forest's health from space in real time. Protecting a single forest elephant individual is ensuring the dispersal of thousands of seeds that will bring life to the next generation of giant trees. International cooperation and local communities are working together to transform the forest economy into a sustainable conservation model. Saving the Congo region is not just a regional mission, but an urgent need to ensure the whole world's biological balance. Every hectare of preserved forest is a victory of life over destruction, a gift of temperature for future human generations. The Congo Kingdom must be kept intact, like an eternal guardian of biodiversity and the wild soul of our blue planet. Please subscribe to the channel along with sharing this video to spread the message of respect. Every action helps protect nature's miraculous creation.